Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Realitycast podcast episode. My name is Straw Pecker on Twitter.com. I am the dumb bitch that always posts about crying. So, hi, I'm here with Nova Art. I don't really know how to. I forgot your fucking Twitter handle. Hold on one second.
It's Nova.
Yeah, Nova Art. Yeah, it's your
Just follow me,
fucking yeah,
Nova.
yeah. So this is our very first guest here. Very cool person, I would say. I would think
Oh, thank you.
we've known each other for like a little bit, but then we just started like interacting. Yeah, we first started knowing each other on the UFF or like the whatever the fuck Starvia is.
Yeah, the UFF Discord server.
Yeah, the UFF Discord server. I was like, yeah, I should fucking probably join the Star Avia's Discord server because I'm mutuals with them, and I'm like, this seems like a good idea. But I never really post on there because I'm like shy when it comes to Discord servers. I like lurking, if you understand that.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna send a meme. Bye.
Hey, I'm here. I'm gonna fucking like send a whole paragraph of Obamacare, and then I'm just gonna fuck off afterwards. But yeah, mainly I usually join artist Discord servers or like I never really joined YouTuber Discord servers because I had like a bad experience with one. I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'm
Oh,
never gonna.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mainly joined friends in like artist Discord servers, which are pretty nice.
Yeah,
So
me too.
anyways, this is what was I about to say? Fuck. Damn it, I'm already botching it. Oh yeah. So a little bit of intro about yourself. So tell me
Okay.
who you are and what do you do for like an artist living? What do you I know you make video games, right? You like made that one game
Yeah,
and it got
I
randomly
am,
yeah.
basically, I am making a RPG Maker game named Wandering in the Darkness.
Oh yeah.
And I am also drawing memes outside. I'm also drawing some professional stuff too and doing commissions.
Mhm.
I don't work, but due to an illness I have, but it doesn't stop me for doing what I want, what I like to do. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember you going back on the meme subject over it. You said you made meme art.
yeah.
I was just like I joined VC and you guys were in there. I was like, hey, I need someone for my podcast, because I wanted the first episode to be like a banger or something like that. So
Yeah.
remember we were joking around and I was talking about like Obama with titties. Remember that? Yeah.
I
And then
remember
and
that.
then somebody was like genuinely confused, and you were just like don't worry about it. Like you fucking
Don't
drew a
worry about
bobbin
it.
with titties or something like that. It was
Don't
like
worry about it.
yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry about
you
it.
just, sometimes you just don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So I don't know if this is a personal question. I usually like you're 21, right? Yeah, you're 21.
Yeah, I'm
Um
21 and turning 22.
Yeah, that's epic. I'm
Yeah.
22. I'm 20. Also, I'm 20. I'm not 22. Yeah. Okay. Um, what was I about to say? I don't have a bucket list. This is so terrible. Well, I just got off work. Like this is kind of a rushed episode because I just got off work like a couple minutes ago, and my shift leader, she was like, "Hey, why don't you fucking stay because I'm really lonely and everybody because it's Tuesday. We have what do you call it? Truck order. So the truck
Ooh.
comes and they bring like restock everything and stuff like that. So two people were doing truck orders, so she was all alone in drive through, and I was like, I want to clock out. I need to do stuff, okay? And she's like, no,
I'm gonna
please
go.
don't. Yeah,
Just like, I'm gonna go. Bye.
no. And so I left. I was like running home. I was like super fast.
No.
Yeah, it was like
Me.
kind of.
Meanwhile, I was working on Dungeons and Dragons character with a friend of mine.
Oh yeah,
He
how
was
is
like,
that?
Nova, help me.
How is that actually going out for you? Yeah, you were talking about Dungeons and Dragons like characters the first time we ever talked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because A lot of my time is using on Dungeons and Dragons, and I do have a reason for that actually.
That's
And
cool. That's
it
cool.
is about OCs and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, tell me a bit more about like the Dungeons and Dragons thing, about like what
Okay.
campaign you're doing and stuff like that. I'm really
Uh.
interested.
Okay. To explain Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons would be a role playing game where uh anything can happen,
Hmm.
and the dice is choosing your path in a way. Like if you're rolling really bad, bad stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah. I
so
guess that's a
that
yeah.
so that's why I never rolled natural one.
I see. I see.
Oh
Isn't there like a yeah? There's a 20 sided die, and right? There's like a
yeah.
fucking yeah. I actually have like an assortment of like different types of like dice and stuff like that. I have like this weird like triangle dice that's only like four
Oh yeah.
things.
I
I
have
have like
that one too.
yeah. I have fucking like weird dice that I collect because I'm really into like Magic the Gathering and like stuff like that. So I have like 8,000 cards, by the way, of Magic the Gathering
Ooh.
cards. So it's like I have like some really expensive ones, but at the same time, it's just like I don't really want to sell these. I want to keep them because
Yeah.
they're like a memory. Are you interested in Magic the Gathering? I know you're interested in
Uh
like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, but
I do have the beginner pack, but I never managed to teach it or get taught it. So in the end, it never happened. It's just in
yeah,
my shelf,
yeah.
rotting.
It's just in your shelf rotting away. Oh no, I'm a sad little card game. I remember you talking to me. You're not from the U.S. You're from the fucking U.K., right?
No, I'm from Norway.
You're from Nor. Oh yeah, you're from Norway. You're not from. I'm sorry. I'm like I'm like
I mean, I
I'm
never
like
told you
stupid. Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I'm really stupid. So you'll catch on to things like I forget. I'm really forgetful and stuff. I guess that's like with some people, but I'm like double the retarded
I mean,
stupidity.
I have dealt stupider. Called I
Yeah.
have a sister.
How is it like in Norway? With the whole
Well,
shebang.
I mean, it really depends on where you are in Norway. Like yeah, a lot of our friends would say it's pretty nice, a lot of sun. Where I live, I would say it's pretty dark and a lot of
Oh.
mountains.
My friend, I think they live in the UK. I'm not too sure, but like the very first time we ever talked about them, like talked to them, they were talking about like I guess sex trafficking in the UK and how it's like a really big issue, and I was like, holy fuck, that's actually really dark and scary. And I think they had like a couple friends that were like fucking like gone missing and stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't want to live in the UK anymore. I don't know. Just
Oh
the
God.
it's just the thought of me like living in like a different country is just like it's like I don't want to do that. I mean, visiting countries is really nice and all, but like actually living there, it's
Oh
just a different
yeah.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally get that. Like I have been visiting I've been visiting Germany, the UK, and Spain.
Oh. How
Yeah, and I also been in Denmark and Sweden.
That's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah.
heard like Germany has really pretty views
Oh,
and
it
like
does.
yeah.
Oh.
I forgot what the tractions are. I forgot. It's like a I can't think of the name. Uh, but yeah, let's just go back on that topic later. I'll look it up later. But yeah, I heard it
Yeah.
was like really pretty and like the grass was really green there and stuff. And I was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
that's really nice. So I looked at pictures like a while ago. I was like, wow, this looks amazing. I want to go there. But like, I don't want to like live there because like
I mean, like like in Germany, it's really pretty. But like for me, who is struggling with speaking,
yeah.
um, it's there are times where they are saying they don't know English, but you can clearly see they know English.
Yeah, yeah. I actually had like a ton of people like that where I work at in Dairy Queen. Like they don't know
Oh,
they're like it's mainly like Uber Eats or like delivery guys that just like try to fuck with you. It's a really asshat move, honestly. I just
oh,
yeah, that's why most of the times I don't really like delivery unless it's um like a like one of those few people that are like really nice and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you want to know what's shitty? I had this one lady this morning. She was like ordering a small shake, and she was
Yeah.
super super rude. I don't know why, but it's always like old people or ladies in their like fucking 20s that are always like the rudest people ever. And like
Oh,
specifically
I get
like
it.
specifically like bigger like ladies in their 20s. I'm not like trying to shame, like I'm not saying specifically fat people, but like usually they're a bit bigger weight
Oh
than
yeah.
usual, and they try to get like free food, and it's just we're trying our best here in this fucking economy, okay? I don't want
Yeah.
to like
I remember when me and someone in my family went to a restaurant.
mhm.
This happened a long time ago, so if anyone is going attacking me, just like you have violated the law or so, we're like, no, 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 it wasn't us. It was my cousin. But
Yeah.
like, we ordered some food and such, and we were reading longer than expected, and I was okay with it. Meanwhile, my cousin was using this as an advantage, just like complaining, just like, "Oh my god, how can they use it so long time?" In the
Yeah.
end, we got our food free, and I'm like,
That's
"Damn,
so shitty. What the fuck are
yeah."
you doing? Why? Oh my god.
I didn't do anything. It was
Oh,
like
it was
I
your
guess it was.
cousin? Well, your cousin's a
Yeah,
fucking. Why? Your cousin is
I
so
don't know.
rude. I hate those people that are like that. There was this one person, like I think, like back in 2019. By the way, I've been working at my Dairy Queen for like 7 to 8 months, I think.
Yeah,
So I'm almost, I think a year in there. But I had this one guy in like back in late 2019. This was
yeah.
this was when I was like, yeah, I figured out I'm like a trans girl, but like at the same time I'm like I'm still trying to figure myself out.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, I was kind of like in like that situation. I was like, yeah, I'm a girl now. I'm a girl now. This is epic. But like it was just a really new experience for me. But then in 2020, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely a girl. But so going back on the topic, he came in the other day. He didn't order anything. He was like came in. He's like, can I get free like because we have chicken strips, right?
Yeah.
He wanted two, I think three, four-piece boxes of chicken strips. They also come with fries. They also come with two pieces of toast, and they come with the dipping sauce. So he
Ooh,
wanted, he
that sounds
wanted,
very good.
yeah, he wanted like four of those and like five small sundaes for free. And he was trying to fucking he was yeah he was trying to fucking like con us out and stuff, cuz he called like a couple days ago. He's like yeah, I got the runs and everything. This was like before coronavirus, by the way. This was like whenever coronavirus wasn't a thing. So he was like, yeah, I got the runs from eating your chicken strips. And he didn't order chicken strips. He only ordered like one sundae, right? So he's like, I got the
Right.
runs from eating your chicken strips and stuff like that. And he's like trying to fucking go off on us on the phone. And then later on, he comes back and he's trying to order something for free. And we're like, well, do you have your receipt? Because you were supposed to ask if they're trying to get something for free. Do you have your receipt, right? And then he's like, no, I don't have my receipt. And then he's trying to fucking go off on us. And then we like eventually we had to fucking make like something for him for free. No, he paid for it. He paid for it. He paid for a four piece with like one sundae, and then he was like secretly calling his friend to like come up and like ask for some like a water cup, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't know it was his friend. So I was like, yeah, you can get soda with the water cup and stuff like that. He poured it all over the counter on purpose, and
Oh.
I had to clean it up. And they were
No, that's a
yeah,
douchebag move.
they were I don't know. That was like the
I,
worst
I would
experience
have
I've
I
ever
would
had.
have forced the door closed and just like you're cleaning up.
Yeah, it was kind of a shitty thing
You
to do.
clean it up.
You clean it up, you stupid bitch. You fucking spilt it. You
You're
clean it up.
giving you're giving me extra work. You have to clean it up.
So you have a job? You don't have a job currently at the moment, but did
I don't
you?
have I don't have a job. Currently I am not allowed to have a job.
Oh,
Uh, it's due to my illness is atypical autism, and
yeah,
it's kind of like a blessing. It's kind of why I am amazing at drawing. But it can also be a curse, making me not be able to get up of bed and just like being laying there, just like I don't want to do anything
yeah. I
today.
understand that. Hold on, my fucking
Yeah.
there you go. So my computer screen went black, so I had to reload it. I have Asperger's or Asperger's. I don't know how to fucking say the thing,
Oh
but
yeah.
I have like a not a mild. I have like a low end case of it, but like I I guess you could really tell that I had it because people like my parents didn't really know that I had it because they thought I had like ADHD or something like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this was back in like 2014, 2015. So they're like, what do you fucking have? I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you fucking like stupid or something? No, they didn't really say that, but
Uh,
they didn't. I'm just joking around, but
uh,
they were trying to figure out what I had and stuff. I jumped around a lot of medicine, and eventually they figured out that I have like, Asperger's and
oh
stuff.
yeah.
And I'm now way better at speaking and way better at talking to people than I was before. But you can still tell I'm kind of like, you know, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I can. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell, but
yeah,
my mom, she has the eye. She can tell who has anything. Like, yeah, a friend of ours, Twite.
mhm,
He like when we were at a convention. Uh, I saw like the people in UFF like walking there, and then we
yeah.
see our friend Twite, and like I'm like, oh look, that's my friends over there, and my mom looks at him and just like he has something. I'm like,
He has blotted, blotted, blot. She just
yeah,
randomly.
and I'm like, and I knew him from before, and he have told me that he has he has something, and she guessed it right, and I'm like, oh my
Wow,
god,
that's crazy. Oh my god.
yeah. But my mom has that vision; she knows everything.
I think because I my stepmom, she's sort of the same, but I don't really talk to her that often anymore. But
Oh,
she's sort of like one of those moms that like knows like literally like everything about a person when they look at them. She's like one of those people. So
ooh.
because she's my stepmom, right? Whenever my dad married her, she like looked at me and she's like, "Yeah, this kid, I know this kid." She's like, "Yeah, I
I
know this
know
kid.
this here.
I know this kid now." Uh, yeah, it was kind of funny to me because she has a way of speaking that I kind of don't like. Uh,
Oh yeah.
Cause she talks like I'm a child, She has that
Whoa,
way of
I
like,
know how that is.
yeah. It's kind of
Oh my
like
god.
it's kind of like I don't like it when people like, cause I'm literally 20 years old, right? So
Yeah.
I don't like it when people talk down to me like that, and
Oh
it just
yeah.
like infuriates me a bit. I don't
Uh,
know.
I rem- I remember when I was in middle school, we had this teacher who I would say she would make every autistic people not understand at all what she's feeling,
Yeah,
because she was the one teaching English, and when I wrote wrong, she was smiling at me and saying, Nova, y- this is not how it's written, you need to do this again. And I'm like looking at her face, just like, is she mad, is she happy?
yeah, I understand
I
that.
have no idea
You
what's
s- you see, I was
uh,
I was also in baby me was in autistic classroom or whatever. Well, I don't know how the a special needs class. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm sorry, not
yeah.
autistic classroom. Why did I fucking say that? Anyways, so I was in a special needs classroom, right? And
Right.
there was there was like mainly kids that just like were like delinquents and stuff in there, but there were some people that like genuinely like needed help and stuff. But I was like one of
Oh
those kids
yeah.
that are like kind of in between because I didn't really like school at all. I don't like anyone at school. I never liked school in the first place. Um
I can get that.
so that's why I kind of dropped out, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, this is really good for me. I'm working on my GED by the way. If you
Ooh.
You know what a GED is, right?
I don't think so.
It's like basically it's basically a high school diploma. Uh,
Ooh.
so you can instead of like going to school, you can go online, you can practice your GED, and then you can take the test. It costs money, but like you can take the test, and you can take for with me, you can take the test. You can take like science, whatever, blah 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 blah, individually, so you don't have to take all of it like all at once. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm like studying it and taking it individually and I'm going to like get my GED and stuff. It's basically like your version of like a high school diploma, but instead you don't have
Oh
to do like
yeah.
all the work of going to school and stuff. So that's pretty nice. But anyways, going back on the subject of the my teachers were always dickheads. Like they were always
Uh.
like fucking assholes. I remember this teacher one time, uh, back in like elementary school on Valentine's Day. He it was on Valentine's it was on Valentine's Day. He they got all the Valentines and stuff. I didn't get Valentines, and
I relate.
my teacher walked up to me and he like made fun of me for fucking not getting any Valentine's Day, and he like said to the whole class, "Hey, this guy didn't get
Oh.
this guy because I was a boy at the time. Baby me didn't know what the fuck was going on with my life, but he's like this guy he didn't fucking get his Valentine's Day gifts and stuff, and he just laughed and like made fun of me
Uh.
and."
That sucks.
The old every
Oh.
single kid in that class kind of laughed, but they were kind of nervous at the same time. But going back on that topic, I went on his Facebook and I figured out he got fired from that job.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I'm so happy that I like left that school because I used to move
Yeah.
like 24/7 and stuff. And
Yeah. I can totally get it. Oh man. Um. I do have one thing with school. Which like this is a kind of like a long story.
mhm.
It's not in extreme long, but it's like long. Um.
Go off, talk away.
um. Okay. Basically, we used to have a lot of problem with school.
Mhm.
With due to like I had like due to the autism and stuff. But
Yeah.
like since the school around my area has
Mhm.
this thing like you look fine, then they think everything was fine.
Yeah.
so so I lost all my helping classes due to that,
Oh.
and in the end, uh, like on the start, I was first on the HD. I don't think I'm saying it right. ADHD.
ADHD, yeah, that's how you say it.
Yeah, and I was on those classes until middle school. That's when everything
Mhm.
dropped off,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh god, what am I gonna do now? And when high school happened, uh, I that's when I was like, enough is enough. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Um, I due to Norway has this policy that uh when kids has a disability and they're going to school,
Mhm.
it's the job of the area you're living in to make sure that you're doing okay and you're getting the help you need.
Yeah.
And if they would have asked the school why I quitted.
Yeah, I understand.
So they would have gotten in trouble if I quitted. So
That's
in the end, we made it get homeschooled
mhm.
and get any tasks at all.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was yeah, and I was like, well, I'm gonna fail this year. Well, That's just how it is. I got the best grades I ever got on that year. And I was like, how did this happen? I I mean, I was thinking this is a cover up because you don't get good grades from two tasks over a half year.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And it was actually because the principal was on drugs actually.
Are you serious? The
Yeah.
principal was a druggie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What did he
And
do? Like, what type of drugs did he do?
I don't remember really. I just heard he did some drugs and afterwards they got a new principal which was way better.
Have
And
you seen?
I was like I'm jealous but I'm also happy the school has gotten better.
Yeah. Have you seen the fucking cocaina guy? Cocaina or whatever.
Oh
He's
yeah.
just holding up the knife and he's like cocaina, and then he just like fucking yeah. I just imagine that's what the principal's like. He's just like fucking coke. He's like a,
Cocaine.
it's just a fucking cokehead.
I'm like I'm just like, hey principal, I kinda need your help. Cocaine.
Cocaina. So it's funny. Yeah.
Oh
Okay, so
yeah.
back on the school topic. There was this. We because me and my friends we have a like a Discord server. That's just for like it's mainly for friends, but it's public. So
Ooh.
you understand it's like public, but it's mainly used by friends. If you understand that.
Yeah.
So yeah, mainly we all of our friends usually are really active actually on it. So usually we have like 8 people in the Discord VC. Like right now, since it's like I think 4:49 p.m. Usually people don't like fucking join the chat, but like around like 8 or 9 p.m. and U.S. Central Time, right? Central Time. So usually, people are like 10 people are already in there and stuff. So,
Ooh.
anyways, we were looking at Yelp reviews of schools, and there
Yeah.
was this one school. I forgot the name of it, but there's this kid that gave it a 1 star, and he's like, um, I'm sorry, she turned out to be she was trans now. I'm sorry. I usually have a habit of saying he as I'm talking like a yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's
I
just a
mean,
weird
don't
thing.
worry about it.
Yeah.
I usually mix that around, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, so she was trans, and fucking she was talking about how the school district was really transphobic, and they needed to change the like policies and stuff because all the kids were like transphobic, and the teachers, especially the teachers, were like really fucky and transphobic, and uh my friend was like talking about that school specifically, and he's like, yeah, it's still the same. It's still literally the same as the fucking because the kid posted the fucking Yelp review at like 2017, 2018, and in 2020 we looked at the Yelp review and we're like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I remembered the school's still the same. The school's really transphobic. The school has piece of shit teachers and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, that's just terrible. I hate schools like that.
Oh.
Like they purposefully go out of their way to be transphobic. I hate schools that are like really shitty like that. I especially hate the students, mainly the students, because meet some people that are like really nice and stuff, but then you realize that they're just pieces of shit and then talking behind your back.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why I never liked school. Yeah.
I have met a lot of people like that. Oh god. A little mini story because since we talked about since this came up, I remember there was this girl in my school that like out of a sudden she started to talk to me and I was like,
Yeah.
oh okay. She was also very nice too and I was like, oh this is very nice and stuff, like I'm with a friend group, this is
Mhm.
my first friend group which is like females,
Yeah.
like no more gamers I guess.
No more game
uh,
gamers rise up.
but then I found out for my sister of all people, she was like, Nova, I'm so sorry, but she used you to get friends with me, and I'm like, oh shit, okay,
Oh, that's
well
really
I will,
shitty. Oh my god.
yeah. So, so in the end, I was like, well, I'm not gonna talk to her. I actually met her today, like just a few hours before this podcast,
Are you
and
serious?
yeah, and she was just saying hi, and I'm like hi, and I like everything like looked normal, but then in my mind I was like, oh god, is her again?
Yeah.
Is that girl?
I hate those people that are like, be your friend, but then they're like, then you come out to them as like bi or like gay or something. Then they fucking like ask you, oh, so you're bi, so do you like me or something like along the lines of that.
Oh
I
yeah.
hate those types of people so much. Because I'm like, no, of course I fucking don't like you. Oh my god, why would you like fucking bring that up? Of course I don't fucking like you like that. You're my friend for fuck's sake. Oh my god. And they would like, whenever you say no, they're like, oh good, or something like that. They're like, okay, good.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, it's really shitty to do. I think people like that should like really, I don't know. I just have strong feelings against those types of people because every single person that's like that are either really transphobic or just pieces of shits that are
Oh
egotistical.
yeah. I
Um, Continue with what you're
let's
saying.
see. I am. I I haven't really told anyone around my hometown, but then again, no one talks to me, so I'm like, But I remember when I talked to my mom when I was trying to tell I was asexual.
Yeah,
Now I am like pan romantic because I realized, well, I like everyone, but
yeah,
I don't like the super extreme side of romance.
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, and I remember it so well. I was like, "Mom, we need to talk," and she's like, "Yeah, yeah." And I'm like, "Well, I think I'm asexual, and I hope you can accept me." And she's like, "Nova, I don't care what you are. You're just you." And I'm like, "Ah, okay."
Yeah, that's such a good thing. My parents were not that
Oh,
supportive. The second, whenever I recently came out to my dad as being trans, he fucking was like
Yeah.
angry or confused.
Oh.
So he was like, What do you mean by that?" Or something like. He's like trying to accept that. I think he was trying to deny that I'm trans or something like that. And then we eventually like argued back and forth. And I'm like, "Yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
fucking trans. Oh my god." But and he's like, "Yeah, I accept that now." And
I don't think I've told my dad yet, but then I know my dad well that he's that one person that's like he uh he would complain at first, but then he don't really care anymore.
yeah.
Because that's kind of what happened with when my sister got a boyfriend. He was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I really hate that guy." And now today he's like, "Oh, do you like cars? Well, I also like cars."
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. My dad, he still calls me by my dead name and stuff like that, but
Oh
and he
yeah,
calls me like son and as I kind of, I think he just
yeah,
forgot about it, but I just I think the mentality of it is that I think I know why he was confused and like, kind of like angry
oh
because
yeah,
he's been living with me for so long, right?
right,
And he's known me for like this other person. Like I, you know, I was his quote unquote son, right? And
right.
like change can be really difficult. I've
Yeah, it
learned
can
this
be really
from
difficult.
I've learned this from like a lot of people. Um if like that's a really big change for him and for like everybody, like coming out and saying you're, I know people are like, oh no, it's not that difficult at all, but if you like come out to your fucking parents and for the longest time you haven't told them and you finally tell them, it's like it will blow their minds. I know some parents are like, yeah, I don't fucking care, but like for my parents specifically, it like I think irked them. They were like confused and like, what's going on? I think for most normal parents, it's sort of the same because I see all over Twitter that there's like really supportive parents, but I know those are like the lucky ones per se.
Yeah,
For me, I think a normal parent would be confused and like kind of angry and like feel a lot of emotions because they've lived with you
yeah,
for so long and they've known you by just what they've gone by, and we're like blood and flesh, right?
right.
So it's just, I think it's just confusing, and I think you really it's really you need it takes a while to get used to. That's what
Yeah,
I've
it
learned.
really takes a while to get used to. And
Yeah.
I I mean, I remember when because my dad, he can't accept changes because
Yeah.
he has OCD.
Yeah, I
I would
understand.
say he has OCD. So
Mhm.
when I if I am like, for example, just wearing something that looks very nice, but it's kind of more to casual,
Yeah.
and we're going to a party, he's like, "Go and change. You can't wear this to a
Yeah.
party." I'm like, "Yeah, I can." He's like, "But, but you can't." And I'm like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And he can't do anything about it, so he's like, "Please change."
Just you still live with your parents or
I live next to them.
oh, you
I
live
have
next
my
to them.
own. Yeah, I only have a apartment that my dad has, and I'm renting from them.
Haha.
And I
I
am saving money to get my own place a little bit further away.
Yeah. I live by myself too. I live in my own apartment. But I'm getting like some help from my parents, but at the same time I'm not getting like most help. Because I'm like
Oh
actually
yeah,
paying
same
for my
here.
rent, I'm paying for like everything, for instance my food, everything like that. But they're and I'm also paying for my medicine. I'm on some medicine because I also have schizophrenia.
Oh yeah.
I have hallucinations and I've had them for like so long. I've had them since I was born. I think baby me
Oh.
was like didn't know I had hallucinations until like 14, 15. Then I was like, no, it was 12. Then I was like, yeah, I I definitely do have this thing. So me and my parents were like, they went to a doctor and stuff. Like, yeah, you have schizoaffective because you technically can't be diagnosed with schizophrenia until you're like in your like 18, 19 or something like that. That's what I've heard from a
Ooh.
doctor. But I finally got diagnosed with schizophrenia whenever I turned 18 and stuff like that. Or I think I'm still like schizophrenic. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird, complicated thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before again? I forgot.
Uh, we weren't on topics like on where I lived, and then we started on
Oh yeah,
school. I
the
believe.
apartments and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just getting my bearings. I'm sorry. I
I mean,
usually
we can
ram
keep.
Did you?
We can continue the next question you had on your list.
Yeah, we can. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing which I'm not prepared for cuz I haven't looked through Twitter that often. But the
Oh
why did you tweet
yeah.
that thing? I'm gonna but upcoming pod
You're just
upcoming
scrolling through now, just
Yeah,
like.
I just like frantically scrolling through it and stuff. I
uh,
think we've been I'm not live streaming, recording this episode for 37 minutes, so that's pretty nice.
yeah.
Um Going on the topics of your art and stuff. Okay, so tell me a bit
Yeah.
about what type of art you do. Specifically, I know you made like a video game and stuff.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about that more. Tell me a bit more in depth
Okay.
about.
Okay. So the description, at least on the game, is that we are playing a character named Nicholas Kaiserberg.
Mhm.
Uh, in short, it would be Nick.
Yeah.
And he had been running away from home, and due to he has some problems with his family, basically his mom, and when he gets to the cabin and having a fight with his twin brother there, he is getting into a incident where he is getting transferred to this world where there are monsters and Norwegian lore and fairy tales are come to life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And when he gets to this mansion around the end of the demo, he meets this guy, and he is also in the game, but no one have like interacted with him in the bonus room. No one at all.
Wow.
So when I see in this gameplay videos, I see him for this split second, and then he's gone. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow,
They don't.
that's so nobody
Yeah,
interacts with him? That's kind of
yeah. but like I have hidden him in a way, so that's kind of
Oh,
why.
okay.
So yeah, because in the bonus room there's this there are these two doors
Mhm.
saying do not go in and out repeatedly, it ruins the door, and it's kind of like to hint that please go in and out. And
Oh, I get it.
yeah, so when people are doing that, but then suddenly they go too fast that they don't see the character.
Ah, I see.
So in the end I see him and I'm like, no. Or like they do see him, but like they like suddenly he is there when they are stopping doing that, but they know don't then they don't see him. So in the end, in the final version now,
Mhm.
I had to add a dialogue saying something appeared in the room.
Ah, I see, I see. You send me a link to your fucking Wandering in the Darkness thing. How much
Yeah.
fucking interaction has it had? Because I heard it got
Oh
recently,
yeah.
yeah, I heard it got like really popular, and like
It
you're
got
like,
really popular. Oh my
yeah,
god.
I'm looking
Hold
at it
on.
right now. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. I'm also gonna get I'm gonna give you what the views and downloads got.
Okay,
I can
cool.
also give you how much money I got for it because it's not much.
It's not much, but you still got some money. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
yeah, you're
got some
making.
money. One person donated, and I was like so glad. It was my first donation.
You know, like the very first thing whenever I first started out, right? The thing I liked the most is my very first donation was like
Oh yeah.
was like $50, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is someone donating to me? Oh, I don't. Funny story. Back whenever I was like 18, 19, I sold feet pics for $100.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a weird. It was the okay. So, it was a weird story because the guy was like, I made a joke tweet saying I was selling my feet pics, and this random dude just
uh,
fucking like DMs me saying, "Hey, are you actually selling feet pics?" So I was like, ironically like, "Yeah, I'm selling feet pics. Send me $100," and I sent my PayPal, right? He fucking
yeah.
sends me $100, and I'm like, am I supposed to like actually send him feet pics? So I sent him. I sent him feet pics. I think, I think my feet look like okay. They don't look like terrible, like hairy and stuff.
Now,
I'm genuinely
now
like,
I believe this dude is actually my dog because he has a foot fetish.
are you serious? Your dog has a foot fetish? That's
I
weird.
believe so. It's like whenever I'm just sitting on the couch, just reading a manga or something, he just jumps up and then he's like licking on my foot. I'm like, what are you doing, dog?
You know, I have this one. I used to have my grandma has used. I can't speak. I'm sorry. My grandma had used to have this fucking dog named Chi Chi. The only
Yeah.
thing I would, she died, but like the thing I remembered her having was like really bad breath, and she would like
Uh.
lick people's feet and stuff also.
Oh.
And she was like a Chihuahua mixed in with a Rottweiler, so she was really really fat, but at the same time she was long and she was tiny, and she was like,
Yeah.
yeah, she was like black and white, and she was really angry too. I think it's mainly because she had depression. I think she had depression.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think she was diagnosed with depression, and she had like a lot of tumors on her body. That's why she died. We had to put her down because of the tumors. But
Oh yeah.
going back on the
Let's see.
topic of the wandering in the darkness, I'm looking at
Yeah.
your fucking
Let's see. Okay, I have the numbers here.
okay, cool.
The game got two 2,824 views
Wow.
and got 622 downloads and $4.
$4?
Yeah, because I was a little bit late on the donating button.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was like, damn it! I was 2 days like late, and I was like, oh my god. But like, it also got on top games on itch.io, and I was like, how? Because I just posted this thinking, well, at least I will get 20 views or something
Yeah.
because like the game is literally just something I made really quick, and
Mhm.
like it was also a depression like thing that I tried that
helped me kept away from
Oh, so it was like a
uh
coping mechanism, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was because I found out wasn't allowed to drive, so I was super sad about it because I used money to get lessons, and I
Mhm.
also used a lot of time on it. And then I found out I couldn't even do the test because I wasn't allowed by the doctors to drive.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and this was before Christmas too, so I was super sad. So just to make a coping mechanism, I decided to make a game
Mhm.
just so I could make something
Yeah.
and think about something else. And I also worked on another game called Woes and Falls. It was my very first game, and
Didn't you
that
show me
got
that? I'm sorry.
I don't think I showed. I did show some people, but I don't think I showed it to you.
You showed me it
Uh,
like VC, like you were screen sharing something, right? Your very first game.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
I did.
remember that. Yeah.
Then you have seen some of it. Uh, it's like that idea got too complicated that in the end I sat down thinking of a game, and I was like, if I'm making a story simple, then maybe I can do it. And let's just make a story where we have the main character having a problem, and the problem shall be family.
Mhm. I
So
understand
that's
that.
how
Yeah.
the story got there.
I understand like because my story is a bit complicated because I have a webcomic and stuff, but I'm actually wanting to make it into a video game or something.
Oh
Because that's
yeah.
why I like downloaded fr- legally downloaded RPG Maker and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I should like fuck around with this and make my own characters and stuff. I actually need to talk to you about some things and help me and stuff. But
Yeah,
cause
you
you're
can
like,
always ask me about stuff.
yeah. But anyways, with my thing, my story is a bit complicated because it's about like, you know, the story like it's basically people hopping through different universes, and it's just like, yeah,
Oh
yeah, it's
yeah.
really, you know.
I had an idea concept kind of like that, except I had it with time traveling.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess you can call some parts of my. I call it reality hopping, by the way. I don't call
Oh
it like.
yeah.
That's why I named this Realitycast, because like playing on with the words of like my OC lore, I want to talk about other people's OC lore. So I'm like, yeah, this
Hey.
is epic. So, yeah. Um. So yeah.
Let's see here.
I had the if you reality hop to like a really far dimension, then you'll fucking there's side effects that you'll have. For instance, you might like change age, or you might like have a warped perception of reality, or like you might forget like everything. And those are some of the side effects and stuff of my
Ooh.
thing. If you like warp, depending on how far you like warp to, so that's why I made like a little reality or I made a warp phone, so you don't have to deal with the effects and stuff like that. But enough about my stuff. Let's talk about your stuff, because I actually like
Okay.
rambling on about my stuff like a lot. But I want to, since this is a podcast made by you, specifically about you, I want to know more about like a little bit about your characters and
Ooh.
what they're like.
Yeah, because you will go in for a treat here because like these characters were first made like it was first in the first game,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, let's just use these characters again. But there is actually a further story. It didn't start there. It all started from a artist making humanized websites. Like for
Mhm.
example, if you add Twitch into a human, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah, I get it. Okay.
yeah, so I made YouTube.
You made
That's how
YouTube?
Noah was born.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, and funny thing, our main character Nicholas, he was YouTube Red.
He was YouTube Red.
Yeah,
Who's
because
you? Wait.
everyone hated YouTube Reds, and I needed a. So I was like, okay, let's make a twin that everyone hates.
Well, who's YouTube Gaming? Who's YouTube Gaming?
I never made YouTube gaming.
Oh, that sucks.
Uh,
but like another thing is that the guy around the end of the demo, he would be creepy pasta.
Mm. Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
creepypasta website. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, Around the end, people lost interest in that whole community, so it was
Yeah.
just me left, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make them original characters. So I searched up names. I made Noah and Nick because like as Noah and Nick because
Yeah.
they had the same they started with an N,
Mhm.
and I also liked Noah, and I needed something for Nick, so I was like, oh, let's have Nicholas. But then we have the short nickname, which is Nick,
Yeah.
and for Cody, I kept it with the C, like creepypasta. So I took just Cody because I liked the name. Um, so yeah, and also now it's kind of confirmed that the purple person in the suit is named Cody. You're welcome, guys.
That's great. I
Because
love that.
no one bothered to go into this assets.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
but
think
like yeah,
I was continuing with what you're saying, sorry.
okay there. But like I have always created the characters. At least I made Nick into a character there. He is a little bit like me, while Noah is a little bit like my sister.
Mhm.
Yet Nick is doing my sister's problems, while Noah is kind of like me with his problems.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, and like with uh with the other guy around the end of the demo, he would be the one helping our main character to see a different perspective over things.
Oh, I get it now. So
Yeah,
he's like the enlightener.
yeah. Though he is more of a character that needs more help than it looks like.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Um
And last thing with characters is that I always make my characters from a little like I have a rule with characters that I
mhm.
read from a book. I think it's called Save the Cat,
Ooh,
and it's a
okay.
very good book. I really recommend it for people who's gonna make stories.
Yeah.
In that book, it says if you're gonna make characters, don't make them perfect. Make them having a lot of problems because then you can relate to them.
Yeah.
And how to make that is you make three things to them. It's flaw, want, and need.
I
The
get it.
flaws is what the characters have. Uh, Want is what the character wants, and
Mhm.
needs is what the character actually needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that can really help a lot with story building because then you know what the character really need and what they really want, and it can help you build up on how they are developing to the story.
Yeah, I get it. So going back on the
Yeah.
topic of your characters, I know you draw a lot of gay art.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like I
I do.
yeah. So are any of I know you like ship your own characters, right? You're like
I do that a
technical yeah.
lot.
So you canonically like make them or is it like your own thing that you do or are they like actually like dating or something like that? I don't know.
I I will say it really depends on the player's choices because I don't want to force a player that feels like very uncomfortable
Yeah.
with the whole gate thing. So I rather make it a choice that if you're choosing the right choices, you will get like that ending that they're actually getting together and stuff.
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
yeah, and like I also want to make a this is just me though, but I don't think it will happen in the final product. But I would really like to make a story of Noah's perspective of the prologue
Yeah.
because like in that I added a character in the start of the demo which is actually a friend of mine's character, and me and my friend are shipping Noah and that character.
That's great.
So I imagine, because I wrote in the demo that it took an hour later to actually they having the huge fight. But
Hmm.
what would Noah do in that hour? Well, I
Yeah.
imagine he just hanged out with the other guy that's are secretly gay or something.
Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
So so he's just like fucking like flirting up with this one cutie while they're fucking fighting it. Like, yeah,
uh,
bitch, we gay. Keep scrolling.
Actually, it's more of like I would say they're gay, but they're that innocent gay that is
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand.
let me open the door for you, but let me open the door for you because I really
Oh,
care about you.
I really like those types of ships too. Those are
Oh
really
yeah.
cute, yeah.
Uh,
Um, I really
let's
like
see.
wholesome stuff, but not like, okay, so going back on the topic of like your characters.
Yeah.
Uh I really like Cody. I liked Cody's design.
Yeah.
Cause I really like the vaporwave fucking hoodie, but
Oh
I
yeah.
really like the, I like the
It's a modern. It's a modern design you've seen.
yeah.
Uh, like I made a modern design for him if anyone is watching,
Mhm.
and yeah, he does have on a suit and like a shirt and stuff, and that
Yeah.
is actually inspired by like it's not the full clothes because some of them are like for me it's some of them are like
Yeah.
so I wanted to have him this elegant design, so I took like a suit except he didn't have the jacket on.
I get it. I get it. Oh yeah, by the
Yeah.
way, would you like to send some images and like the fucking the our DMs because
Oh
I
yeah,
can just
sure.
pop them on screen and post edit, which is
Oh yeah, heck
I'm
yeah.
like yeah, I'm
Actually, let's since I'm here, I'm gonna show you a scene that haven't been shown in anything here yet. So here's the
Oh,
scene I'm working on.
that's cool.
Um, let me
Is
see.
this like a bad ending or something or
No, this is when you get to the to the mansion, and you have been talking and done some puzzles and stuff.
Mhm.
He will help you with your hand because you've done this stupid thing by breaking a mirror and you
Yeah.
didn't use gloves or anything, you just punched the mirror. And he's like, well, I'm gonna help you, and he helps you and all, and he's like, well, I have warned you about this thing, yet you don't listen to me, so I guess that's all.
I really like
I'm not gonna.
I I honestly I think Cody's kind of cute. I think he's
Yeah,
yeah.
like I have heard so many people saying that they love Cody. I talked to a friend that I haven't been talking for a long time,
Mhm.
and the first thing she asked is like, "By the way, how does Cody doing?" Ubu. I'm like, "Oh God."
How is Cody doing? Like they have like
Yeah,
actual lives or something like that.
yeah, and I'm like, well, he is doing fine. Uh,
Yeah, he's an image on a piece of on like a canvas. Yeah, I would say he's just
Here's
hanging in there, like being still.
uh also, actually, this brings up actually Dungeons and Dragons I because how I make my characters to get the extra details is
Hmm.
actually Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh
So
wow.
to get Cody's, because I did play Cody in a campaign,
Hmm.
and he was to what people are wondering about. Cody was a Fey Wanderer Ranger, and they're usually like known to all these monsters that are usually in fairy tales. So I
Yeah.
thought that fits really well. Here's a picture, by the way. Wow, it's too powerful. Thank you, computer. If that doesn't work, I guess we'll just show this one. Because
Oh.
he did die in that campaign, but
Yeah.
someone asked like, "Why are you so tired all the time?" And he's like, "Okay, okay, come closer," and they're coming closer, and he's like, okay, coming closer now. Okay, now they're like ear to ear, like so close. He's like,
Yeah.
magic.
I love that. Oh my god.
oh, oh, wait. Maybe because like Cody is like a really old character too. So
Yeah.
I made this thing for Cody and Nick, which was like I would say it's one of the most gayest thing I made, kinda. But it
Yeah.
didn't happen. But I
Mhm.
do have the pictures of it because I made this comic thing, which is just like you see Nick here. This is his old design.
Yeah.
He goes in, and then you just see Cody in there just with flowers and roses and
Oh my
candles.
god, I love that.
and then like Nick is coming, it's just looking at there just like, oh my god, he has to take a moment just to like think about it. And
I
he's
love that. He
like
just fucking face palms.
he's like, you do this every night, can you please stop? Because I do believe Nick would be that character that thinks he's straight, but then
Yeah.
like after being flirted with Cody here and there and actually been talking with Cody, he starts to like Cody.
Yeah.
He's like in this situation where he's like, God damn it, what shall I do now?
Oh, I understand that. Yeah. I think that
Yeah.
was me with cuz I used to be in like a lot of relationship. Like not a lot of them, like like 5. I would say 5. That's the most I've
Ooh.
been in. All of them were kind of bad, I would say. I had my first relationship, she cheated on me. My second
Ooh.
one, she also cheated on me. My third one, he cheated on me. My fourth
Oh.
one, it was kind of I kind of hated the person after I got to know them, so we just mutually agreed to get it off. The fourth one, uh, we just didn't have much interactions with each other, so I just kind of
Oh
like broke up.
yeah.
And then the fifth one was the same too. Um,
Yeah.
uh, I think with me is that I really like I don't know. I just
Yeah.
have bad relationship issues, and I'm just like, yeah. Over the time, I feel the need to like, cause I've been talking to this one person, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, she's like, yeah, I'm a pretty cool person, and you're a pretty cool person, so we interacted with each other. And I don't know where I'm going with this, by the way. I'm just rambling on. But so eventually I was like, yeah, I don't really like, I don't really like them as like talking to them as like, a lover, right? But then I was like,
right.
fuck. Now I really love them. They're really yeah. So we just started like talking like intimately, and yeah, over
Oh yeah,
over time.
I do get it. Like I remember like I used to have this friend, we were really close and stuff.
Yeah.
And I started to like them and stuff. And
Used
like at
to.
first I was like, yeah, I would say used to, because that suddenly went away
Mm,
after a huge thing. You see, on all days, on Norway's National Day, I decided to confess to this person,
yeah.
and they were like, "Oh yeah, I really like you too," and I'm like, "Maybe this is the start of a beautiful relationship and stuff." Some days later, we're just waiting at the bus and stuff, and we're just minding our own business. Someone we know comes over to us and just like, "Oh, are you two dating?" And he's like, they're just like, "No, we're just friends." I'm like,
Oh, that's terrible. I hate it
I
when
got
that
friend
happens. Oh
zoned.
my god.
Oh my god, I got friend zoned so badly that I was like, "Oh my god,
I feel sorry for
thank
you.
you."
Like
Nah, it's
that's
fine.
an that's
Like
an F. It's a really
in
big
the end, I
F.
realized that yeah, it's better that we're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I got like in a good relationship, but
That's nice.
yeah, we decided to break up due to like we were better off as friends. But I
Yeah.
remember it so clearly because on the day the day before we broke up, I was thinking like, oh, we haven't been talking for a while. Like we're usually talking only on VC in group.
Yeah.
I think we should like break up. Though I would like to see where this is going and stuff. Like in case something happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And the day after, the guy comes to me and just like, "Hey, can we talk?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" Uh, it's not you, it's me. But I think we should break up because I feel like it's better that we're friends. And I'm like, dude, I had the thought like yesterday. And it's like, yeah, wait, you're not mad? No, I'm not mad. I actually had this yesterday.
That's yeah, I really have like I guess I have like past experiences with me. I have really bad past experiences with like people. So that's
Oh
why I kind
yeah.
of like don't trust people that much. But I'm like
Yeah,
really
I
friendly towards
totally get it.
people, but like I just never really, trust a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah,
Like,
I can really relate to that.
yeah.
I had like yeah, my first boyfriend wasn't the best of the best, and I have had many friendships where things have went really bad.
Mhm.
So yeah, like before I were in the server we met, I were in a really dark times. So yeah, like on Tumblr, I used to post a lot, like every
Yeah.
day. But that's because I needed something to get like some attention.
Yeah.
So because I didn't have so much French, I could talk about like my characters and stuff.
Yeah.
So in the end, I just had my friend from our like from the story I talked about, and like another one, and they just played video games, and I'm like, well, I'm so tired talking about video games.
You know,
What about characters?
what about Obama with titties? I going back on the subject of talking to people. I think
Yeah.
with me, I'm really bad at talking to people. I think that's with most of my friends because
Oh
I like
yeah.
never DM anyone at all because I'm super bad at doing that. I like especially with one of my friends that like they put up with me not like messaging
Oh
them,
yeah.
and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Like, right, hold on, I'm gonna message them right
Oh
now. I'm gonna, hello.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
ever since we've been talking, I got messages right now.
Yeah, I'm like so terrible at fucking with voice chat though. I'm like I can talk all day, but
Yeah.
with like actual like texting someone, I'm super sucky at doing that.
Yeah, I'm really bad at that too. I think that's because I think it's actually something with either that we are not very we are artists and we are just way in focused on drawing,
Yeah,
or like autism is making it that we don't really prioritize socializing like in text.
yeah.
Either that or I am this is just my theories, guys. Just theories.
Just theories. Just that's a game theory.
A game theory.
A gay theory or a game theory? I
Oh.
think it's a gay theory.
Oh yeah, let me see. I also posted you a picture of another character that
Mm.
isn't in the demo. I
Oh,
am actually gonna I'm actually gonna show this picture again.
okay.
I let this is a spoiler, by the way,
It's a spoiler.
for people. Yeah, it
Ooh.
will be a spoiler.
Okay.
Because
I'll put like the
it's
fucking
like
wee woo
dude,
sign.
dude.
Yeah, yeah. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'll
Let
do
me
that.
see. Um, Question is, will I find the folder of this? Yes, I found it. Okay. This is a character called May. She would be the daughter of the person who owns the house.
Oh
I
yeah.
will not talk about the person who owns the house and like more about that, but I can talk about May here because she will show up in chapter. I think she will show up a little bit in chapter 1, but you will
Yeah.
more interact with her in chapter 2. And she is like she's weird. She's kind. Like I would say she's kind, but yeah, you can't trust one side of a personality.
Mhm. I understand.
Yeah,
So she's like one of those people that are like really nice and like friends with everyone, but she's really a piece of shit.
yeah,
I get
She,
it.
I mean, I would say she is more of her dad than her mom.
Oh wait, you actually talked to me about this. You were like fucking talking to me about the lore and stuff, and like you needed like writing help. I remember in our
Yeah,
DMs and
I actually
stuff.
talked about you a lot. I talked about you with the ending and stuff, but like she would be more like if you like the her dad isn't the best. I would
Yeah.
say since his dad is the worst person ever,
Mhm.
she's kind of the worst person ever. And one of the death endings is actually by her.
Are you?
Actually,
Oh,
many is by her.
a many? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah,
So what if I play the video game? Because I'm actually how much is it gonna cost whenever you like fully release it?
it's actually free.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah, I don't expect any money from this.
Okay.
Only thing I have made the donation just so I can like get some money to work on
Yeah.
soundtrack and stuff. But like I just my goal is mostly to just get the story out.
I see. I see. Hmm. So, I really want to like donate or something, cause this seems like super interesting. By the way, it's like a really
Oh,
interesting concept. I really want to
thank
like
you.
help you out with this and stuff like that, cause I really like every single artist. Like, I really like artists. Okay, I really like art. I've been
You
doing
really
art.
like artists.
Yeah,
No, I'm an artist.
yeah. I really like especially like every single type of artist, like let's say for instance a musician, because I've really wanted to like delve into like every single person's like, let's say for instance music, for instance, if
Oh
a person
yeah.
has like a backstory behind all their music, and like it's like a story behind this art to now, like you, for instance, you know Tyler the Creator, right? That's just like a
Yeah.
random fucking example. He
Yeah.
fucking he was like, first off, he started off as like a sound, you know, like one of those like gross, vile like artists, and then he fucking turned into like the one we know today,
Oh
like a fluent,
yeah.
like pretty, like it's basically like a cocoon, and he turned into a pretty butterfly. I really
Ooh.
his lore, is like little details he puts into his music. That's why I really like Tyler
Ooh.
the Creator. I know,
Yeah.
um, people don't really like, what's it called again? Well, I forgot this, Cherry Bomb, but I really like some of their music in Cherry Bomb.
Ooh.
Have you heard of Cherry Bomb, like the album
I
Cherry
don't
Bomb?
think I have
You
actually.
haven't? I think it's like one of Tyler the Creator's albums that are really not popular because people didn't exactly like it, but I kind of think there's some bangers in there, honestly.
Ooh.
That was like his
But
punk phase, by the way.
yeah. Since we're in the topic of music, I actually do know someone who do music. Uh they how we met were actually surprisingly from Animal Crossing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he were playing Animal Crossing for his streams, and
Yeah.
I looked for like any Animal Crossing just so I could do something.
Mhm.
And like I went to his streams every day for a
Mhm.
point until like I had stuff to do.
Yeah.
And we have talked on like maybe him helping me with some music. But
Yeah.
since we're in the topic of music, I am trying due to I'm trying to get some money, is trying to get it as in like Norwegian as possible, like getting that folklore music in a
Oh,
way.
I get it. Okay.
Because since the game is a lot about like Norwegian folklore, it would
Mhm.
make sense that having something that sounds like that music would really fit the atmosphere.
So you're trying to get like copyrights for some certain music that you have, or
Yeah, or it's more of like getting a musician who knows violin most,
yeah,
because
yeah.
violin is in a lot of Norwegian music,
Yeah,
and trying to fix something there.
I've always been like interested in different types of music because I have like a fucking wide variety of music. I like can listen to basically anything except for country. but like have you heard of the modern day like hip hop country? I hate
Oh
that so much.
yeah.
It's just like it's not
Oh
even like genuine at all. It's just like tractor,
my
breakup,
god.
wife, farm. It's just like they make
It,
a lot of money off of doing that too. Like,
imagine me living with my dad who loves country.
ooh, ooh. I
every
think,
day
yeah.
every day he's like, oh, let's turn on the radio. La 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 la.
I feel so sorry for you. My dad, he would be listening to like punk rock and stuff like Nirvana and
Oh,
like
my
AC.
mom would listen to that.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my god.
think yeah, my dad likes grunge and stuff like that. So I got some of his tastes. For instance, I
Well,
really like continue with what you're saying. Sorry.
let's see. I have a little story. I would also
Ooh.
say this is a little bit of character. A little bit of character backstory too, because some of
Yeah.
these stories are like from my stories,
Mhm.
and my mom, like, when my mom drove me and my sister to school, she was like, "Okay, have a great day," and then
Yeah.
she's like closing the door and just like,
Yeah, oh, have you seen that? I've fucking seen that. It's like
yeah,
this one. It's Monsters University. It's
yeah,
like literally they're
that's
like,
like
"Hi,
my
have a wonderful
mom.
day," and then she fucking closes the door and like closes the windows, and she fucking listening to death metal, and you could like literally hear it.
Yeah,
It's so fucking stupid.
that's my mom. Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Going back on the topic of what I was trying to yeah. So yeah, I got like my dad's music taste somewhat. I expanded my music taste after like, the years I've been living, right? But
Right.
I really like old like retro like workout music. Have you ever heard
Ooh.
like anything like that? Like, yeah, push it to the
Uh,
limit. Like that song? Yeah, like that type of stuff.
I
I really like
I
that.
think so. I do think I have listened to it. Though I am that person who don't remember names. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
think I know it.
I really like upbeat songs like that, and it just gets me in like a really good mood. And I also like, obviously I like vaporwave a bit, but
Ooh.
not as much anymore. I like the more retro side. I like retrowave. I like retrowave. And
I really like from the music I like, it would be Porter Robinson.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
like
really
Porter
like his
Robinson
music.
too. Yeah. Uh,
Like his newest song. I think it's called something new.
I haven't listened to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to listen to it right now. But I'll
Yeah,
listen.
it's
I'll listen to it
really
after
good.
the thing.
Oh, it's called
Um,
something comforting. My bad. Okay.
but
Uh,
what were you saying?
let's see there. It's one of my favorite songs for now. Because it's kind of like calm. I listen to it when I'm working on my game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think with my music taste, if I wanted to listen to like rappers and stuff, I have a wide variety of because I have a certain way of listening to rappers. If it sounds really good, but it's like overproduced, if you understand it, it
Ooh.
sounds like overly produced and too clean for me. Like
Oh
I can't
yeah.
listen to it. But if it's like, for instance, do you know who JPEG Mafia is? I don't think you know who he is.
I don't think so.
Uh, he's a really good artist. But right now, me and my friends are doing this thing to where they're doing a challenge thing to where we can't listen to our favorite artists, like one of our favorite artists. But I'm doing three because I just wanted to because I wanted to fuck around with that. But I can't listen to three of my favorite artists because I have a lot of favorite artists. So I can't listen to three of my favorite artists. If I lose, and like we track our like history on Spotify and stuff. And if we lose, we have to
Yeah.
get diaper art of our character or like our OC or
Oh
whatever.
god.
So I haven't lost yet, thank goodness. I'm still trudging on. But we have a grace period to where you can only listen to at least 50 seconds before you automatically lose. So I have been like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't lose or something like that. But
Ooh.
yeah, I made a playlist for specifically like listening to like different types of music and stuff like that, which I really like.
Yeah.
So yeah, continuing
I
with
see.
like JPEG Mafia, I think with most rappers, they're like most rappers that I've heard, they're like, oh yeah, I do drugs, I do stuff like that, and like it's just like a basic trap beat or something like that. But like with him, uh, you know how usually if you turn down the volume of like rappers like beats and stuff, you can hear like the
Yeah.
you can hear like the the like the beat, like the basic bare
Ooh.
bone beat, like the bump bump, like that. But
Yeah.
with JPEG Mafia, you can literally can't you can't you can't hear that because with me I can hear it automatically the second I turn it down a bit. It's just there. I don't know. I have that weird thing of where it's just I can hear like the basic beat of the fucking of the music of the thing. But with
Ooh.
JPEG Mafia, which that's why I think he's like unique and he's like a really good artist, is because not only that he fucking has a unique way of like rapping and stuff. He does not have the generic beats. He makes his own like fucking samples and like everything like that. He doesn't use like other people's samples, which that's what I find. Well, now he's not using other people's samples. He still uses kind of other people's samples, but at the same time it it's so distorted that you can barely hear it. But it's really good. I really like his fucking music. Um
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, there's one rapper I think I do like because I've been listening to the song all the time. Let's see. He usually makes YouTube videos because
oh.
he is a YouTuber. Uh, he would be called something else,
Mhm.
I think. And he made a song now recently. Actually, he made this very long time ago, but then he wasn't satisfied with it, so he made it
Yeah.
again. It's called "Help or Well," and I
Oh.
do really, and it's about YouTube, like his YouTube career, and that how stressful it is and stuff, and yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, damn, it sounds pretty good. Like the song is pretty good, but it sounds pretty bad at how he's feeling.
Yeah.
Damn.
I really like artists that express themselves through like just music
Yeah,
because you can hear them evolve every time they produce
yeah,
another album, and that's what I find interesting about certain specific artists, especially like
yeah,
actual like digital artists and like tradition, like actual, like painting and stuff, but uh, because with if you look at their OCs from like the past, you can look at them and see them in like the present evolve from that specifically, and that's what I really enjoy about art
yeah,
because you can
and
express yourself, evolve eventually.
yeah, and like for me, I feel like the more experiences, like the stuff you have
Yeah.
that you're using to the final product, for
Mhm.
example art or music, it can make things more real because you have experienced it yourself.
Yeah, I understand that fully. I usually put I know I usually don't really post I never shown you my have I shown you my horror art yet? Like my spooky.
You haven't
Yeah.
actually.
I usually draw horror art. I'm a horror artist by the way. Um and I usually draw like spooky, scary stuff.
Yeah,
Mainly it's expressed by me having past trauma or past experience because I do have like hallucinations and stuff. So I take like my past trauma and I vent them out into an art piece, and that's why I think people genuinely like my art is because I make it look so like unique, and I have like a
yeah,
really strange style of. I think personally, I think I have a really strange style of art because I use like a lot of filters, and it's just like, whoa, you made it. It looks so cool, and like I think that's why people genuinely like my style is because
yeah,
you know I make it look different than some other horror artists' art because I know for some horror artists they usually are heavily inspired by Trevor Henderson. That's what I've noticed with some people. Like if just because Because with Trevor Henderson, you're taking like you know who Trevor Henderson is, right? The fucking slimy
Uh,
swamp ghost guy. He made Siren Head.
ooh.
Yeah, the fucking Siren Head. You know the Siren Head thingy?
I do think so. Isn't it that new meme that's going around
Yeah,
Twitter now?
yeah. That's the original.
Yeah.
That's the original artist. Nobody credits him, by the way. Nobody credits the slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody credits Markiplier. I have for some reason, but yeah, I fucking that's what I don't like about like the community of YouTubers because whenever they do fan art of Siren Head or like the actual original artist, they don't fucking ping the original artist. They ping the
Yeah.
fucking Markiplier, the YouTuber that did the gameplay of the video game that they did. But
Oh yeah, that sucks, man.
yeah, but well, what I was talking about, uh, I think some horror artists, because I've noticed some that are relatively new in the community, they are inspired by mainly Trevor Henderson because he's like so well known that yeah, because they take a they take a real life picture and like draw over it like to make it look like it's actually like in the fucking thing. So a lot of people are really inspired by that, especially me. But I usually fucking draw my own thing. I have my own style of how I do my stuff. But
Oh yeah.
I think yeah, but mainly I see a lot of new horror artists. Like I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's just I think that's how people learn how to evolve from their art pieces.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about the horror artist community because they can be inspired by some art pieces and like eventually they'll evolve out of that. Oh, you're literally copying like not copying, but you're like heavily inspired by some artist and you're making it into like a fucking a new style of art you can, you know, eventually morph into. Which that's what I really like about art too, is because you can uh, be inspired by someone and you can make it into your own style. You can just like go ham. You can draw anything you want. It's the fucking art world out there. It's crazy, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah, sorry
Let's
about like
see.
rambling on about that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. To get back on the topic with at least with characters and stuff.
Yeah.
At least to the game because I did find some concept art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I found the because one of the feedback I got was that it
Mhm.
needs more scary stuff,
Yeah.
and I do agree on that because I basically I rushed the game's launch,
Mhm.
and because my friend Andre, I will expose you now. No, um, no, he was like, "So Nova, when are you gonna post the game?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, just one day. I just need to fix a few things." And he's like,
Yeah.
"You always say that," and I'm like, "Thanks, Andre."
That's great.
uh,
I
yeah,
really like those types of friendships that are like fucking the fucking dumbass friend that's like they like calls you out on your bullshit, but it's like really stupid at the same time, and then you're just
yeah.
sitting there like, oh, okay.
Thank you. But let me see. Here's one of them. This is for the first monster. This is inspired by the folklore called Nukken.
Oh,
And
okay.
the story of that is it really depends on where and stuff.
Mhm.
In my area is that if you get too close to the water, Nukken would drag you down and drown you.
I see. Huh.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting concept. I think a lot of folklore is like really like, you know, uh inspiring and like interesting and like amazing because I really like looking into like in-depth like creatures and like monsters and folklore and like old times. Especially I like looking at like deep sea creatures too. That's like my fucking like it fuels my energy of looking at YouTube videos. I
Oh
I
yeah.
remember at one time at 3 a.m. I was like what the fuck should I watch? So I watched let's say YouTube videos on like the unknown deep sea creatures for like 7 hours straight.
Oh
7 hours
yeah.
straight. Yeah, I was like super tired and I just passed out. And whenever I woke up afterwards, I looked at my phone and I just like I was like greeted with like a fucking monster and it just scared the shit out of me and I was like, what the fuck? Why am I like looking this up? But then I remembered that. Yeah. So yeah, I really like this design by the way. It looks really nice.
Yeah.
I really like the
Yeah,
eyes
like
too.
there aren't many designs of this creature too, so I had to look really deep to find this
Ah.
picture. So in the end, I got the picture next to it, and
Mhm.
I was like, okay, this is the most scariest thing I've seen of this creature. So this is what I'm using.
Yeah.
Another creature you see in the game, it's a troll. Everyone keep thinks it's like Bigfoot, and I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, it's a troll. It's a Norwegian troll,
I see. I see.
and the height. I had to like measure the height, so I made this picture for it.
Ah. Okay.
So he would be like 3 tiles, while the character is 2.
Yeah.
And like how he managed to get indoors in all these doors in the house, I have no idea.
So it's like a game. It's like you don't really know how, but he just pops through. I think
Yeah,
yeah, it's like magical.
yeah, but like in I would also think that some trolls in because in a lot of Norwegian like stories and stuff with
Mhm.
trolls, they're making them really stupid.
Why?
Because it's in the stories they're always making the good guys win, so they're making the
Oh yeah.
trolls more dumber.
I see. I see. So in like Norwegian stories, they're making them like really really stupid.
Yeah, but
Uh.
they also have a good like smell, like they can smell things really good. So one ending of the game is that you didn't cover your wound, that you didn't get the scene with Cody,
Mhm.
and since you didn't cover your wound, when you go to the kitchen to the first monster, which is a troll,
Yeah.
he will say, "I smell Christian blood."
Oh. Okay. So, so wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. So it's like that one movie with like the fucking. Have you seen Trolls? Do you have Netflix, right?
I do have Netflix.
You do. There's this one really old movie that I used to watch. It's about trolls specifically. It's called Trolls, by the way. Um,
Ooh.
basically, they have to. They're hunting trolls, and they pour. It's a really shitty movie, by the way. They pour like fucking because they have a really good keen sense of smell. Also, they have to like wipe this really gross guck on them because if you're like pure of Christian heart, they will smell you and they will kill you.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
so they have to like wipe this gunk on them. And I remember that in this one part of the movie, I'm spoiling it because it's like a shitty movie, but it's like funny to watch. He's like trying to like because they're in the troll room or like their troll cave, and they're hiding
Then
from the
I think I
trolls.
do. I think I have seen it then because it does sounds familiar.
They're hiding in the troll cave, and like he's like sweating a lot, and like the stuff's
Oh
coming
yeah,
off.
because it's Christian.
Yeah, and he's fucking he's trying to put it he's freaking out and stuff. He's like, "Oh no, I'm fucking gonna die." I think he dies in the end. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he
But
does.
yeah, and they're like running away cuz like they eventually caught them and they're like running and stuff and he dies. And it's all filmed on a camera by the way. This is like one of
Yeah.
those poltergeist movies where they're all filming on a camera
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff.
Like I have actually seen this video. This it's called Troll Hunter, I
Yeah, Troll
think.
Hunter, that's what it's called. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you. Yeah. Is it based off of like Norway or something? I don't know. It's
it
based off of Norway.
is.
Yeah. Yeah,
It is a Norwegian movie that were based off trolls.
Mhm.
There used to be they used a lot of funny things like saying the electricity line is
Yeah.
actually fencing for trolls.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
I remember they fucking they shocked a fucking troll and then like just turned to stone because the light. Oh no, it was a light. They shined a light on a troll and it turned to stone. It was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Oh
uh
yeah. Let's see. I found another concept art, and I think you will like it because it's about Cody.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and but then again, it's also I would say because this game is gore,
Yeah.
and this has gore
Mhm.
because like this world and this game is in. I
Yeah.
would think it's in a world where it's between because like in the end of like in around the middle of the demo,
Mhm.
around the almost the end, you do fall in a lake, and you get into this like you can't get yourself up. It would make sense to know that you are between life and death.
Oh, I get it
Yeah,
now. Okay, yeah.
yeah. So and Cody have always been living in this world. So since he is kind of trapped in this world, I
Uh-huh.
would see there's no way for him to get to the living.
Mhm.
And there's nothing really after when he's dead too. So he would be like why he's covering his eye, and like you don't see much of his like body. He's always covering himself up.
Yeah.
You do see his hands, but that's just that and his like one side. But
Mhm.
this is how it would look like without all if he hadn't covered most of
Oh,
it.
that's crazy. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah,
he's like a ghoul or
I would think he would be. I think like a ghoul, aren't they? Like you can't die.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think he would be like
because
a ghoul or a zombie or something.
yeah, because I would think Cody is in a situation where he can't die at all.
Mhm.
Um, because he never got a life to begin with, in a way.
I see. That's kind of sad once you put it once you put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Cody is one of those tragic characters, but he's always in a way faking his joy in front of the main character. Unless you're reading like his personal journal, then you will find more about him.
Mhm. Is there a way you can like access his personal journal, right?
It is. You will be able to access his room. Like you will find the key and such, and yeah.
Ooh.
And when you do get in there, it's nothing like huge. He
Yeah.
don't have many stuff, but he does have a journal, and he always says to you that you have to write your journal. Because we want your death to be documented and stuff.
I see.
Uh, in reality, it's just a reminder to the player that you need to save your game.
Yeah, 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 I understand.
Yeah, and in Cody's journal, he will tell that he's very tired. He have been working in this house all his life, and he's been
Mhm.
taught to take care of the house. And like uh, meanwhile, this the daughter of the house got like a lot of things. Like
Mhm.
she got the best life that could ever have in that world.
Yeah.
He got like the worst of the worst. He was the one taking care of things. Which there's a ending in the game that is prevented if you depending on like the relationship with Cody. But like uh to explain that, it's like there's a character in the game which I will call the boy with the violin.
Okay.
And the short story with him is that if you don't help that guy,
Yeah.
he will use one of his powers on you,
Mhm.
because he will get three powers. get a violin where if he plays it, you can't stop dancing.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
the second is that you get a shotgun that can never lose its aim.
Mhm.
And the third one is you can't say no to him. So what he would have done if you didn't help him to begin with is giving the shotgun to you and say, "Hey, why don't you kill yourself?" And you can't say
Oh
no.
my gosh, that's terrible.
However, if Cody is, if you, depending on your relationship with Cody, he will stop this. Like
I
before he
see.
can say it, he will say like, "So how are you doing? Yeah, I'm just gonna take this guy over here. Let's go over here." And he's like, "Hold on a minute. Let me." And he's like, "Oh, come on, come!" Like he's interrupting him so many times, and you can see that he has been so used to this that he knows the way to survive this house.
Yeah. Huh.
And he had like trauma of many things.
That's a really
So
interesting concept. I really like that. Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Like, I think the what's the what? It's a tree man, right? Tree man.
Treatment.
The fucking the character that was, I I forgot what type of character. Is it like what uh species is it, or
You mean
the character that does the yes the
you mean Nukin or because we have been talking about Nukin trolls.
the species that you were recently talking about with the Cody
Oh
instance?
yeah, oh yeah. We talked about. I mean, I would say. I mean, I would say he would be human, but something magical keeps him like alive
Oh, okay.
because he would be technically human.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, he also have like his mom would be like very folklore based too, but
Yeah.
that is like a topic I don't want to talk about because it goes way over to the spoiler area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there's some things I've been talking about, but I don't want to go around the ending.
Yeah.
I have talked the ending to you, but it's still it's gonna be a secret. I think everyone would either be mad at me or be happy,
Yeah.
depending. Oh
So
God.
we've been recording for I think about 1 hour. Oh, we've been recording for 1 hour and 41 minutes. Do
Ooh.
you want to end it right now, or you think it's a perfect time for us to give like a little shout out area and then?
Uh, I would like to give a shout out area.
Okay, so post the links and tell me who you want to shout out.
Okay. Let me see here. I want to shout out to my friend Splash Pass. Without their help, um I wouldn't got into role playing and wouldn't got into like making a lot of these characters.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna look into, yeah, here they are on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
just post a
see
link and I'll post it in the description. And
there. Another shout out, since we talked about musicians.
yeah.
I would like to shout out to one guy called Damon Velver because he was the guy that have offered helping with the music at
Mhm.
least a little bit. Though I am that one person that forgets I need to talk to him about it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I understand.
Ah. But like he still have very good music. I do recommend you guys to listen to it.
Okay, thank you. And if anything else, do you wanna? I know I'm gonna plug your fucking Twitter and like what other? Do you have an Instagram, right?
Wait, I do have a Instagram.
What do you
Let me
mainly
see.
use? That's what I'm trying to say. What do you
I
mainly
mean,
use?
I would say it's Twitter.
Twitter? Okay. So
Yeah,
I would
these
plug
days
I
I'm
yeah,
using Twitter.
I would plug your I'm gonna plug your fucking Twitter on the thing. And yeah. It was fun having you on. I really liked talking with you and stuff.
Yeah,
I
it
really
was
liked
really
your
fun being
yeah.
on too. This is my first podcast as well.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, I should actually start working on something actually like have
Also,
motivation.
to the final picture, depending on on if you're accepting it. Shall I show the gayness here?
Oh my
There
gosh,
we go.
yes, I love that.
There
Okay,
we
yeah.
go.
Yeah, I'll fucking edit post it and
Heck
I'll just do a
yeah.
funny thing in the end. So anyways, yeah, thanks for having me on. I really liked talking to you. It was a really fun experience.
Yeah, I can't wait.